Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I want to show you how we can identify the best order blocks which work, okay? Most of people are still confusing, and smart money concept is becoming something very, very difficult because the problem is that most of people cannot identify the best order blocks. So first of all, let me give you some basics knowledge when you're talking about order block. So order block is the zone where we expect it to have very, very high momentum, the high pressure of buyers or sellers. Okay. So when you have very, very high pressure of buyers or sellers, at that point, we believe that it is the point where we can get our entries. Okay. Our entries. And how can you identify an order block? First of all, you have to check the trend, okay? Make sure you look at the trend. If you have a bullish trend, that means you're going to have bullish order blocks. And if you have downtrend, that means you're going to have bearish order blocks. Okay, so today I'm going to show you both bullish and bearish order blocks and how you can spot the best order block in the market. Okay, so what are the rules? What are the principles in order to draw, in order to have a valid order block, in order to have the best order block? What are the principles? What are the laws? What are the rules? Okay, first of all, uh, that order block, in order for that order block to be formed, okay, we must have what we call inefficiency, or what we call high momentum move, what we call imbalance. Okay, so for us to believe that at that point there is very, very high pressure of buyers or sellers, what you have to look is the structure, okay, the size of the candles, the momentum, and make sure there is imbalance. That means there is a gap. Okay, that is the first point. The second point, we must have what we call lack of structure. Lack of structure. If you don't have break of structure, you don't have inefficiency, you cannot have an order block. Okay, the third point, which is very, very important, and most of people confuses here, most of people confuse here because they are not aware. It is what we call mitigation. Any order block to be a valid order block, it must not be mitigated. So make sure that mitigation has not taken place on that order block. So what is mitigation? Mitigation is just a very, very simple concept. Let me show you here on the chart. Let me show you here on the chart. And this is one of the best ever video that you're going to listen, because what I'm doing here is to simplify, is to make sure I simplify. And I'm going to show you all those criteria that we always use in order to confirm a valid order block. So let's take an example. This is an uptrend, okay? That means you're going to have bullish order blocks, okay? I just want to tell you, you see this process where this price expand, and you can see this going upside, and you can see this structure high is broken here. Okay, this is what we call break of structure. Okay, and here also you can see this high has been broken because the market is bullish. This is what we call break of structure. But we have some points where we believe we have order blocks. These are the points where we believe that high momentum move has started there, because that is where we have high pressure of buyers. Okay, this is bullish order block. So the first point is that we must have what we call break of structure, but also high momentum move. And in that high momentum, we expect to have what we call imbalance or fair value gap. Why? Because there is very, very high momentum. The balance between buyers and sellers must somehow not be very varied. That's why we have imbalance. Imbalance is where, for example, in this circumstance, to have fair value gap, that is bullish fair value gap, buyers must be very, very, very strong than sellers. Okay. But if their powers are almost the same, you cannot have what we call imbalance. So here, what is mitigation then? Mitigation is this process here. It is the process where the market now comes back to that order block and it keeps going up. So if you find this kind of scenario, this is what we call mitigation. And when a supply, I'm going to show you in the chart, okay? I'll be showing you. When you have this kind of scenario, that means already this bullish order block has been mitigated and therefore you cannot use it as a valid order block. That means even if you think about selling somewhere, you cannot say that I'm going to have my take profit somewhere there. Okay, let me draw it. Okay. Okay, let me show you something here. Let's take an example. The price goes up this way. Okay. For example, let's take an example. I taught you about Cosmod. Okay. So let's take an example. You have an order block, a bearish order block here formed. Okay. It's very difficult here to have because the market has not flipped. I'm just showing you. Let's take an example. It has been mitigated this way or broken. In this scenario, let me say it has been broken too. You cannot you cannot say that here is where you will take your profit. Why? Because this has been already mitigated, and not only mitigated, it was also broken down. Therefore, your taking profit must be here down and not here. Why? Because this is already weak. It is invalid order block. So your taking profit must be here. So this concept can help you also to identify your levels, your points where you can take profit. Okay. So this is the first concept you have to know. So when any order block is mitigated, it becomes weak and therefore we cannot use it to trade. Understood? If you have not subscribed, I recommend you to subscribe for more videos. Because we're going to drop a lot of free content here that most of guys pay. Okay, so let me show you. Let me start with this bearish movement here. I think we're going to see a lot of scenarios, a lot of order blocks here. So let me show you here. So first of all, you can see, understand, okay, when you're drawing that order block, we're using a candle, what we call a base candle. Okay, that base candle can be a decision candle, can be full body candle, can be any kind of candle. And here we're not looking at the colors. Most of people are saying, oh, you know, in order to have a bullish order block, make sure you draw the last bearish candle before bullish candle. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. I'm going to show you. So we are looking at the pressure, where the market started and where that inefficiency was created. Okay, that where that imbalance was created. So let's start from here. For example, let's take an example here. I'm going to show you very soon here. So let us see. Let us see what happened here. So starting from here to the top, okay? I think you can see there. Let me show you. I think you can see there. Let me show you here very nicely. So let's start from here. Let's start from here above here. Okay. Let's start drawing let's draw our what we call our order block. Okay. So let me remove this one because you have seen it already. Let me remove it here. First of all, you can see I will start with this one at the top here. The lead candle cannot be, okay, this lead candle cannot be our bearish order block. Why? You can see the price went up and it is swept out this one. So you cannot say the pressure started here because you can see these guys took out some liquidity here. So what we are going to do here is to make sure we use this candle, the next lady one, okay, this one. I mean white, the white one here. Why? Because you can see what happened here. We had our blackout structure. You can see. You can see here, we have a very clear breakout structure here. Okay, because the market was creating higher highs, higher lows. You can see here. Okay, so we can see also there. So what is our order block here? Let me show you in a few seconds. This is the last white candle. Why? After this candle, you can see what happened. What happened is that price went down, and when it was going down, you can see it created imbalance. Okay, it created imbalance. Then we have another one here. We have another one here. Let me show you here. We have another one here, which is here because of that break of structure. Okay, because of this break of structure, you can see now. You can see now. Before this movement, we had our before that move, we had our fair value gap here. That is why you have to be very careful here, because some people will confuse here. I want to show you something here. You see, we have this one. When the market comes in and hit that fair value gap inside here, that means this is already invalid. Okay, so this guys means they have entered in the what? In this order block, but remember this order block was part of the fair value gap. And therefore, this order block is invalid. Why? Because the price has already filled out. You can see the market has already filled out that imbalance. Okay, that's why you can see our entry was here. You can see break of structure, inefficiency here, filled out to this order block, and then you can see price went down. Okay. This is one of the easiest. Here, when you come to this one, you can see you cannot have here, you cannot say you have this is not an order block. Why? This is not. Let me show you. This is not an order block. This is not an order block. Why? Because it has been mitigated. Just you can see there is no any kind of imbalance after being formed, and you can see price came back there. So this cannot be an order block. This is not an order block. You understand, people? Let's come back here down and see. Okay, let's come down here and see. You can see break of structure here, right? From this candle here, and therefore this is varied. Why? Because you can see there is the gap here down from this candle to this one. You can see this minor one, and you can see this high momentum move, which block out this structure down here. And therefore, when you draw here, make sure you draw it very well, like this. So the price came down and took out this one. You can see. From that point, all the other blocks here have been mitigated, all of them. And therefore, you don't have any other block which is strong right now. Therefore, when the price starts going up, it is going to swipe every movement here. No resistance is going to take place here. This is what happened here. You understand? Yes. So this is the easiest way. Let me show you another other examples. I think you can understand here. Let's start here down. If you draw this one, if you draw this one here, you can see, draw it very nicely. When you look at this, you cannot see any kind of imbalance when the market was going upward. Okay, there is no any gap. Do you understand? Apart from having gap, you can see there is no any break of structure here before the market come down here. So this one cannot be a valid one. Okay, this is invalid. Just put it aside. Then we have another one here. As you can see, this one, because after this price, you can see after this one, no any imbalance was created, but you can see the lead one, the next lead one, that is where the imbalance was created and the break of structure started taking place. So this is varied. Why? Because you can see here, we had our break of structure here. We have inefficiency here, this movement, and then we could wait for mitigation, which has been mitigated here. That is where we could take our entry here. So it has already been mitigated. By now, it is not strong anymore. Okay, so when the price comes back, it has to break out this one. But also we have another one here, which is here. You cannot use this one because you can see this candle. After this candle, there is no any gap here. Okay, but this one, you see, after this candle, price went up very, very, with very high momentum. Therefore, we can use this candle here down. So we expect the price to come down there and hit before. Yeah, you can see. So the market did what? Came down and took out this one. Came down and hit the and it went up. As you can see, the next here, if you draw this one, the white one, you're going to make a mistake because you can see it has already been mitigated there. Okay, but also there is no any fair value gap. There is no any inefficiency in balance. But this the second one here, you can see there was what here. There was what a gap from here to here. So this is the next one. So when you're drawing order blocks, it is not about colors. Most of people confuses. You can see. That's why you can see when the price came down here, you can see it went up. And because we had still have another order block below, that means it was just doing like a minor retracement there. You could took your profit here, then you could wait for the price to come down here. Okay. Then let's investigate here. You cannot find any kind of order block in this kind of scenario. When you see candles are really small, you cannot see any, you cannot identify. Don't force yourself to have an order block somewhere where there is minor consolidation, minor candles like indecision candles like here. You cannot find it. But here you can check it. No, you can see this candle just came down here. Therefore, even if you have any kind of order block here, it has already been mitigated. When you come to this one, when you draw it, you can see the candle. This candle came and mitigated. This indecision, big white candle here. When you draw it, you can see it has been already mitigated. You see price came down and it took it away. You see this one, sharp came and took it away. That means it is invalid. You cannot use it. This one, even this one, you can see we had this is where you can know, you can understand the meaning of mitigation. You can see even this one, the price came back and mitigated it. So in order to understand if it has been mitigated, you count the first candle, you leave it, then the next one must not come back to that candle, the first one. The third one must not come back to the first candle. If it retraces back to the first candle, that is what we say it has been mitigated and therefore it is invalid. I think some people are understanding this concept. This is one of the best concepts that everyone has to understand. If you're not aware of this concept, my friend, you're going to lose your money, telling you in the market. So you can see, till you go to the end here, you cannot see any other block from this point. Some people here will just force having everywhere. There is no any kind of order block in this movement. But when you come to this side also, you can find some order blocks like this one. This is an order block because it was not mitigated. We had a gap here and you can see a break of structure. That's why price came back here and it started going down. You understand? This is the easiest way you can draw. But this one, you can see this was mitigated, the lead one here. Why? Because the third candle from this lead candle, you can see it went up and you can see then the same level. That means it mitigated. And this one, you can see the candle came down and we had what we call indecision here and it went up here, but you can see we had an entry here down. That means this one was invalid. Okay, you have to understand that it is not 100% accurate when trading order blocks. Sometimes you can find some losses, but I'm telling you, if you use this way of drawing order blocks, you're going to make money. Why? Because this is one of the, this is the best, this is how you have to look at it. This is the mechanism behind order blocks. This is how the big banks trade. Do you understand, my people? So this is how you can identify the best order blocks in your trading. And I'm telling you, if you master this art, you're going to have very, very best trades ever. So let me finish up by just concluding here. Make sure that you know how to analyze the market this way, okay? You cannot get any. This is gold, okay? And gold is very, very simple. And it is a very, very nice speech of assets when you're using order block, okay? Don't trade just with any pair because some pair are not doing the best when you're using order blocks. Do you understand? So make sure you have subscribed to this YouTube channel. Make sure you turn on your notifications and make sure I drop very, very strong concepts and be consistent for more more videos. Have a nice day.